Hey everyone, and welcome to the Miraculous Fanfic, A Glitch in the System, Chapter 24. He sat himself upright and pulled Marinette, sitting her across from him. She darted her bluebell eyes, trying to look anywhere but at him. Cat Blanc could sense her fear.
Marinette, I don't wish to hurt you. Please, just listen,
he said as a tear fell down his cheek. Marinette's lips parted. He was crying? She felt so much pity for him, and she wanted to help him. Marinette hesitated as her hand slowly hovered over his cheek. She gently wiped away his tears as his eyes widened in response. "My poor kitty," Marinette spoke sadly. A frown edged across her features. Cat Blanc sighed.
Marinette, to know what happened to me, you must seek into the past.
He spoke. The past? She wondered.
You must venture into the burrow of time,
he said. Marinette furrowed her eyebrows in concern. But isn't it dangerous to tamper with time? She questioned nervously. Cat Blanc's emotionless gaze met her puzzled one. He frowned.
Well, if you don't find out how this happened to me, then it may happen again.
More tears rolled down his cheeks.
Bugaboo, I don't want to be forced to hurt you,
he cried as the tears splashed against the floor. Marinette's expression softened. She now realized that she was dreaming. But even so, Marinette pulled the white cat into her warm embrace. "Don't worry, my kitten. I won't ever let him manipulate you ever again," she said. Cat Blanc nuzzled into her embrace as he wrapped his arms around her. He then broke free of his Akuma. Marinette felt a flash and looked up at him. His glowing green eyes met her misty blue gaze as he smiled cheekily.
Why, hello there, Bugaboo.
Marinette's cheeks flushed as she buried her head in his chest. "Oh, Chateau, I know this is just a dream, but I was so scared. And now I have to travel through time to the alternate world and speak to the Akumatized version of you. And I'm scared." Marinette cried into his chest.
Shh. Everything is okay, Marinette. Don't worry, just do your best. I'm sure that's more than enough,
he said confidently as he stroked her hair. Marinette smiled up at him. "Thanks, kitty. I know that I'm scared, but I will do anything to protect you. I know I'm not saying this directly to you, but please know that I..." Cat Noir placed a clawed finger on her lips.
Save that for later, princess.
He winked, causing Marinette to giggle.
You got this, milady. I believe in you.
Cat confidently whispered into her hair. Marinette felt a jolt, and she immediately sat up. She was now awake. "So, it really was just a dream," she muttered to herself as she sleepily got out of bed. Marinette began to try and process what had just been said to her. Cat Blanc said that she was to use the burrow of time to reach him, but hadn't he said to her that it was their love that had destroyed the world? She thought harder about it. Perhaps there was more to the story. Maybe it wasn't their love, but something that was used to manipulate it. She paused. Did she need to talk to Cat Blanc or herself? Because what if Cat Blanc only knew part of the story? That ladybug who was turned to stone must have knew it all. The real reason why Cat Noir had become akumatized. It had to be more than just their love. Marinette was now convinced. She was to use the Miraculous of the bunny to venture through to the alternate world. The alternate world which was possibly erased. Marinette frowned. She then remembered that it all happened on the day she'd given Adrian the beret. And that was when she jumped through his window as Ladybug. She must have lingered around too long, and as she left, he had seen her. What a stupid mistake, she thought to herself sadly. Marinette breathed in heavily. She was nervous. She knew that time travel was dangerous, but she needed to know how her kitty had been akumatized and how she could prevent it from ever happening again. Marinette flopped over to the miracle box. Tiki sleepily flew over to her holder.
Marinette, why are you awake already?
She yawned. Marinette paused.
What do you mean? It can't be...
Marinette peered at the clock on her phone. It was only 4 a.m.
Holy cow!
She whisper-yelled.
Well, Tiki, we have something important to do.
Tiki looked unimpressed.
Marinette, if it involves any form of gift making, then it must wait.
She groaned tiredly.
What? No, Tiki. This is about preventing Cat from being akumatized.
Tiki frowned.
But how is that possible?
She jerked her head. Marinette smirked.
Time travel. I have to talk to the me that turned to stone. But the way to do this is to get there before Hawkmoth has control over Chat Blanc. Basically, we need to take a lot of Miraculous with us.
Tiki frowned further.
Marinette, this is very risky. Shouldn't you at least have some backup?
She squeaked as her eyes were full of concern. Marinette ignored her worries.
It will be fine, Tiki. Once I gain the information, I'll have to again erase that timeline. And that way we aren't actually interfering with our own time.
She smiled as she tried to convince Tiki of her idea. Tiki was still wary, but she trusted Marinette and knew she'd only do something this crazy if it was important.
Okay, Marinette. So when do we go?
She asked.
Well, I was thinking the sooner the better, right?
Marinette then took out the Bunny Miraculous.
Clockwise!
Marinette cheered. Marinette is now engulfed in the Bunny Miraculous. Her hair is now into 2 long puffy ponytails. Her hair lightens with blue as it goes down. Her suit is mainly blue with many white accents. She looked beautiful and powerful. Tiki was admiring Marinette's new outfit.
Wow, Marinette, you really do suit every Miraculous you've tried,
Tiki said sweetly. Marinette beamed.
Aw, thank you, Tiki,
she said as she gently tickled under her chin. A cute giggle escaped Tiki's lips as she again smiled. Marinette then summons the burrow as Tiki hid in her hair. Marinette cautiously stepped inside, being very wary of what she was looking at. What she needed to do was to find this specific reality of Cat Blanc. She was searching for a picture of the terrifying white cat. Marinette walked around the big room. Her curiosity was destroying her, but she knew how dangerous it was to in the future, so she did her best to avert her gaze.
Where is Cat Blanc?
She questioned irritably. Marinette spun around, and then she suddenly saw a white cat on a timeline screen, and it looked like it was forbidden, but she knew she had to access it. So she reverted the scene to a time before he was akumatized. she decided she would watch herself and Cat/Adrian from a distance, and if things got too dangerous, then she'd have to bail quickly. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this chapter. Be sure to comment what you think is going to happen next, and if you did enjoy, then please leave a like. Goodbye.